That's right. If I'm unmuted, you hear me. I bet I am. It's Tuesday. I'm Chris Denman. That is B-Phlat. She's in Philadelphia. That's Key-Flat. She's dancing behind me. Deja Flat's behind the engineering controls. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. Happy to be here. We're live in St. Louis at Midcoast Studio. Wherever you are, thanks for keeping it fly with a PH with us.
And I washed
kind of a weird part, Key. There you go. Nice bucket hat, Key. What?
Ain't no hitting the hot spots.
No hot spots. She did the full spot. She washed. I bet you even took a shower. You didn't even take a bath, did you?
Full shower.
Oh, full shower. In honor of your 99th episode, you got freshened up for the B-Cassos. Hello, B.
Hello, Chris. In honor of my 99th episode, I got freshened up in honor of my husband who was sick of me coming home funky from Movita house and jumping into bed. I was like, I have to shower.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Today is the day. I don't want him to be talking about my hair, leg. He's talking about the hair on your leg look like Phly hair. Like, it's hard. It's scratching me. And he's right. He's talking about, who you scratching me? I was like, I got to take care of myself. So I'm trying to take care of myself. Get it together. Because I'm going to be in St. Louis next week and I can't be looking crazy.
Man.
So there you go. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. We're busy. You've got your big celebration here, like we mentioned. The grass is fresh for you. It was just cut today. The B-Casso
that's what's up.
Launch spot at in the art yard is what we call it, with the great mural on the wall. Is it's ready. It's ready to receive you. The 50 plus bands are ready. The vendors, the food trucks, all kinds of folks, DJs. It's going to be great. It really is. And it's typically the best weather weekend of the year in St. Louis.
And it's funny because I tried to get the 15-day forecast and it couldn't go that far. It only gave me up to Tuesday. So I was like, shit, let me wait until Friday to get it for next week.
Right.
Then I was like, Lord, just keep it at where it is. I don't care if it's hot. I just want no rain, no rain, no rain.
Right.
So we can kick it. So before we jump into all of that, Chris, because of course you know I got plenty of announcements.
Okay.
I always have to give love to Daphne, and I hope she reaches out to Lavette, who needs her resume bumped up. And of course, you know I got to give a shout out to Lauren, who does the fabulous music for this show, the original queen of jingles. That's what I call it. That's my soror. So shout out to Lauren.
Wow.
And you know, since all of this is taking place in St. Louis, and it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. And
hey, what?
You, of course.
Well, sure, but what's that? I heard you. Some ice you were clinking around. What's going on?
What? You already know. Okay, I'm on that mighty kind. You know I'm on that.
Okay.
However, I put a little cranberry juice in it and a lime. I try to tone it down so I won't be so fucked up on the show like I was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I love heavy lemon. I love seltzer water, so this is right up my, but I took it down a notch. This is the 10 milligrams instead of the 20 THC. I took it down a notch and I added cranberry juice so I won't be all, because I did look at that episode and I was checking out my Eileen and I was like, wow, I gotta apologize to everybody who watched that episode because I was super fucked up, and I promise you that won't happen again anytime in the near future. Not
I'll
before
say
our celebration. I'm just trying to keep it together.
I'll say this. I had Key hooked me up with a little sample of some mango, and I responsibly had 10 milligrams before bed last night, and worked great for me. So
you probably slept like a baby.
Slept great. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of that.
And then she be like, I be out because I love them because they knock me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I love them because they're refreshing.
Sure.
They keep me Steven when I don't have a smoke, and I like it because I don't have to smoke a lot, and then I don't have to cuss nobody out. So It works well for me. It works for me. So of course, I got to give a shout out to my sponsor, Mighty Kind, for definitely hooking us up, the B-Cassos, with 15% off all purchases, which goes towards paying our bills. So definitely order. And I already know some people that have ordered, and I just want to make sure we show them some love a little later after this little piece of segment. But yeah, log on to BeMightyKind.com or go on my website, BPHLAT.com. It's right on the right on the homepage. Click on it, it'll take you right there and start perusing through the different seltzers. And remember, you can get the cheers if you don't want to have the infused CBD. You can get regular seltzers. So shout out to Mighty Kind because I'm on that. But I'm not going to drink as much as I did.
There you have it. Quick shout out to Launer, to Quincy, to MM, to Joy, Missy Shoe, HR, Baby Ruth Candy 85, Tammy Soto, Claron, Antonia, Irina, Joha, Linicky, Lena Love, all kinds of people. Welcome to show number 99.
Welcome. Did you say Lehigh or Lehigh?
Yes, I said Lena Love, Linicky, Hawaiian for Lynette.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
A lot of L names tonight. Shout out to the L's. That's that weed.
I'm trying. You know what? I got plenty of Ricola. Thank you, Verna. Because Verna Hicks sent me that big pack.
That's what it's all about.
I don't have many left, but actually, I'm gonna go and grab one. I'm a mess. Let me go and show my sponsors real quick.
Helen Logan says, Helen Logan.
Hey, Helen, that's a new name.
Hello, Helen Logan. Hey, Heaven Sent. Hey, Stacy Jones. People are just typing their names into the live chat now.
That's what I'm talking about.
That makes it easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I can't wait to get to St. Louis and just basically stop at all the places that are sponsoring us. People done did flyers for us. We got, Chris, it's going to be crazy in St. Louis. I know you're going to get on the bus with us one night. You ain't going to have no choice. We're going to kidnap you.
It is a crazy weekend for me, but I'm excited for you all too.
Yes, I'm excited for us and you. It's going to be a crazy weekend for us both. Next flyer is another set of sponsors. So like I said, our actual official B-Casso kickback party is at Blue Lounge, and that's going to be off the chain. That's why I have like a lot of great announcements to announce about other liquor coming in, wine, champagne, all of that. So shout out to all of my sponsors and all of the B-Casso sponsors. They're just not my sponsors that are supporting us and making sure we get there. And that's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Hope you're ready to have a great time.
I'm ready, Chris. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. I'm getting there because I'm still working on the logistics, doing a lot of follow-up, doing a lot of sheets, making sure I have to touch base with everybody this week. Like all the volunteers, all the B-Cassos on the committee. Just a little bit of everybody to make sure we're all on the same page, doing what we got to do. So,
absolutely.
Let me show this last shout out to Mighty Kind, because this is what I'm trying to see. You see that? Irina is on that. She on that. That's going to be my new slogan. I'm on that. N-A-T.
And Irina went all the way to Sears to have a professional photo done with that blue background. I love it.
Oh, you wrong for that.
That looks professional. That's a serious photo.
To Irina.
That's great.
I like being sister that got the Mighty Kind, and I'm anxious to hear how she likes it. So, and I'm sure she's gonna let me know.
Nice T-shirt she had too.
Of course, you gotta have your smoking shirt on when you're drinking the Mighty Kind, so you can get the full effect.
That's the only way to enjoy it.
Yeah. So, shout out to Irina. And speaking of full effect, let me go ahead and show my first dress. This is my recap from over the weekend. And I had an amazing show. And two of these comedians I haven't seen in so long. It was so great to work with them. Break out up in the top. Tommy down there in the jacket, Tommy T. Smooth and I started out together. He was the first person to help me scrape my walls and get wallpaper of my bedroom, him and another comedian. This is in like 97. I was like, I need some help. Y'all need to come over here and help me get this bedroom.
I love that your oldest memories of fellow comedians aren't like, oh my gosh, remember when we opened and that lady tried to attack you and all that? It's remember when you were doing manual labor for me for a DIY project. Got it.
And Gumby, rest in peace, came over and helped me scrape all that old ass wallpaper off my walls in my bedroom on Nelson Street. So he recently got married, so it was good to see him. And of course, I see Brooklyn Mike all the time. So it was great working with him. This show was so amazing. But I was trying to get out of there. I missed my train. So people were lined up to sell my shirts, to buy my shirts, and I only sold 4. Because I was like, girl, I got to go. Y'all going to make me miss my train. And I missed my train. But I was like, fuck it. So I ended up taking an Uber to the train station. And people were like, you could have just stayed and sold your shirts. And then I was like, no, because then I would have missed my train from Trenton home. And I wouldn't take an Uber all the way. It would have been like $120. Yes, from where I was like, no, I'm just getting on the damn train because it's a one stop and shop. But
cut into your profits like that.
I was mad, but at the same time, I was happy that all those people were lined up and the show was still going on because I wasn't the headliner. I said, I can't headline. I was like, I gotta go. And right, I told them, I was like, Brooklyn Mike can headline. I was like, shit, I told Talon what time my train leave, and I'm out. So. I was out like a motherfucker. And then I was so late because I was trying to fold the lady's shirt up, the 4th person. Because she ran right up to the table. She was like, you can't leave without giving me my shirt. I asked you first. I said, do you want a bag? So I'm up there bagging the shit. I should have just gave her ass the shirt. And then I would have made it. But I'm all folded, putting it in the bag, saying, girl, I got to go. I got to go. So I was throwing my shit in and I rolled out. It was a great show. Good. It was an amazing show, and I'm glad. I like the Stress Factory. It's a nice comedy club. It's
heard good things. Yeah, not far from New York, and not far for you, and
not far at all. It's like an hour ride on the train.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Beats driving. Believe me when I tell you. So, all right. Well, let me go ahead and jump into my next. My next thing. This is our final committee meeting, which is actually this Sunday. Because like I said, we all packing on the 6th. It's a lot of us leaving on that Sunday, on the 7th. I have to get in early. So we're meeting Sunday to go over our final things. Everybody's going to basically know who's working with them in terms of the volunteers, who they're in charge of, and just what's going down in terms of what we have to do to keep people, organized within our group. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will be sending out the Zoom link on probably tomorrow or Thursday. It'll get out before I go to Movita's house. So definitely make sure you are on this last committee meeting. It's our last one before we get to the kickback, Chris. I'm gonna throw a leg up like Kim Whitley did. I really am. I'm gonna kick up. I might not have no shoes on at the festival. I'm gonna be kicking it so hard. The St. Clair will probably come out of me. The country.
That's okay. We appreciate that. I think everybody will enjoy it.
There you have it. All right, let's jump. Let's keep it going because I got two more shout outs and then I'm jumping right into all the lovely things that are coming in. I'm loving that people getting flash rags and shirts and shit. And this campaign is going well. I want people to know that we've, among the B-Cassos campaigning for CashApp, just among ourselves, we've raised $4,037.
Incredible.
Yes. So that's why I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
4,035 of it was Kim Whitley 2 weeks ago.
Shit, everybody knows she donated $150. She even said it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's going towards the talent show. Because I'm giving away a $300 cash prize for the talent show.
Oh, that was nice of Kim. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she was challenging Sherri and other our friends, to match her donation and more. So my friend Sonia Sohn did. And I'm loving that. She was like, I'm going to send $150. So I'm waiting on a couple other people to hear what they talk about. And you know I got to hear this, Chris. Wait till Friday. Your ass don't get a paycheck on Friday. You an actress. The strike ain't gonna be over. Talking about wait till Friday.
Maybe they have a part-time job.
I don't know, but it fucked me up when they were talking about wait till Friday. And I'm thinking like, all right.
Studios cut checks on Fridays. Everybody knows that.
Look at that, Chris. The list getting long. Now you see I had to drop the STL down, make it smaller, make room for the name.
Does that mean you pay the models a little less that you're using their face behind the STL?
Well, now that you can't see their face, it don't matter.
Oh, okay. Good.
You gotta really look hard, and everybody looking at this flyer probably wearing reading glasses. So
why? What are you saying about your audience?
We all older. Shit.
Feel that.
Well, since we got this up, I just have to say, first of all, Lena Lovett just jumped into the $100 club just now. Her and Clydine. So I got to give a shout out to Lena and Clydine. And I have to give a shout out. I got to do this because everybody like, make sure you say my name. These people already been in the $100 club. Joanne Austin, Kathy Lafer, Michelle Baker. Once again, they jumped in it. And I love that. But ain't nobody beating Phyllis. Phyllis Smith, I'm just letting them know. And I got to give a shout out to Tanya Prince, Cara Trella Woodbury, and of course, Car H. They jumped into the $100 club. They on the list. So I love that people are jumping to the $100 club. We got like $2,300 to go, and I think the Lord gonna bless us. We're getting a good jump. We're set. We got like $7,002.50. So we're like,
if this turns out the way it's looking, you're gonna have to do this again next year, and there will be improvements. I'll say that. You all have a huge shout out to everybody who's contributed and helped B with her meetings and took on committees and this and that and that. I think you all are going to have a blast, and what you've done is something really special, and I'm not being stupid as I typically am.
And I have to say that all things said and done, when this is all over, we do plan to do this next year because 4 of our sponsors already told me when to submit the proposals this fall for money for next year.
Beautiful.
And they were like, oh, I could have definitely got you a check. And then like 2 of the people want me to definitely touch base with them because they trying to get in on the festival. I told them the only way they can get in is get through me. They might not get in the way they want to get in. But if they see if RAC see what they're doing for us, y'all can step y'all money up.
Kransberg Arts Foundation does it. It's theirs. Regional Arts Commission's
Kransberg. Kransberg.
RAC is a great partner, but Kransberg's doing
y'all step y'all money up because I was like, y'all ain't got Jack Daniel money. So y'all can't come in like that. I said, but y'all can give me the money and we can pay for our shit and say y'all sponsored it. And then when they see what y'all doing, they might be like, oh, well, maybe we might work with them next year, or maybe they can get a small space. Who knows? I said, but y'all can't get in unless y'all go through me.
Have we shown, do we want to make it a surprise? Do we need a photo of the art yard? Have we shown that yet?
No, Chris, but you should show the photo of the art yard. So if
I'll see, I can grab one. Is it still light out?
Because I got to do my CashApp dances.
Is it still light outside? No. I can find one.
Okay.
But keep rolling. I'll find a picture. We'll show it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep it rolling because I got to do my CashApp dance and all that before I do my flash rag because we got a lot of love in the house, Chris, and I'm loving that people are supporting us and we have the continued supporters. You see what I'm saying? The same ones keep giving over and over, and that's amazing. And that's how I know the economy is good. Somebody working or checks is coming in. SSI good or something. And I'm blessed. So I'm just grateful we're gonna get there. And I'm just faithful. Like Sherri said, be faithful and walk in it. And I'm walking in it and we're headed in the right direction. I got one more thing to show really quick. If we can show the talent show, because I want to make sure people know we are doing this. And if there's and some people that I know are coming that are still on the fence whether or not they're gonna jump on board. But I do want people in St. Louis to know that I know are coming. You can get in the mic. You can get an open mic talent show, but you can't win the grand prize. That's it. That's all I'm letting you know, because that's for the B-Cassos. So you're more or less like exhibition, and you'll get a consolation prize. But yeah, because people keep hitting me up saying, "Can I get in the talent show? I want to win." I bet you do, since they know people wait money. I bet your ass do want to get in it.
Okay.
So there you have it. Last thing, let me just show my big cheese video. I'm gonna do my dances and go on and jump into my flash frags.
Big cheese video.
You know, I got a big cheese video.
What is it?
Like this. Meaning like, oh, I'm so happy that they sent it, and I do big cheeses when they send me celebrity videos.
Are we doing that now?
Yeah, it's real quick.
Hey, this is Rolanda Watson. I just want to give a shout out to my girl B-Phlat for her 100th episode of her Tighten Up Tuesdaze podcast. Have fun in St. Louis at your B-Casso kickback and keep those good podcasts coming.
Thank you, Ro.
That was great. That was fantastic.
You would not, I can't even tell you how old she is. She is so amazing, and she looks amazing. I'm like, Lord, I hope I look like that. I do when I hit that mark. She's such an amazing, and she's funny as hell. Most people just know her from her talk show back in the day, the Rolanda show. And it was like a big talk show, like right before Oprah around that time.
Oh, wow.
But, and most people know her from dating Al B. Sure. And that was like a big thing in all the tabloids. But most people don't know her as a comedian. And she's hot as hell on stage. She's fucking funny. And I love working with her. And when I first worked with her, I was like, I didn't know you do stand. She's like, girl, I just started. I was like, bitch, you bad. You bad. Bitch, you bad. For
Look
just
at you.
starting. Yes. Because she started at a late age. And it don't matter. That's why I love that people just live out their dream and don't think about age and do shit. Just do you. And don't worry about, oh, am I too old to do this? Fuck no. As long as you living and you breathing.
You're on it.
You're on. You popping. So, all right. Well, you know I got to show some love.
Please do.
For all my yes, I am. I'm getting up to do my dance. I got to do it for Vernon. She always sending me money for smoke and dances. Definitely for Phyllis, because they always hit me up during the weekday. So I can guarantee you tomorrow, between now and Saturday, they going to hit me up. They still in that battle. They done push Miguel to the side. Lavette Bostic is right behind them. So I'm definitely showing love to them and Lena Lovett. Oh, shit. It's Tina Gibson and Laura H. Oh, and Kathy Lafer.
$ B-Flat if you want to join that list.
Think she probably got her can by now.
I checked the FedEx and it's it's on its way.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at the actual date. I saw the receipt, but I actually was gonna text it to her, but then I realized I didn't have her number. I only have her email, so I'm gonna upload it to her email. But Kathy, your can on the way.
Time to dance. Maybe we get a one shot of B. Let's see how well that works. Let's test Deja's knowledge out.
Oh. Let me go and get that one shot.
Show the people your moves. They want to see.
Oh, they don't want to know.
There it is. Thank you, Deja.
Take it low to the floor.
If you want to make B dance, $ B-Flat to the Cash App. She's got you covered.
Do I got? Oh. Do I got it covered? Oh.
That's the full body shower. She's got the moves, people.
And I shave.
Oh, now you know.
Work it out.
Let us know if you're dancing along at home. Veronica seems to be Solange's. Lena Love, Baby Ruth Candy, Antonia, Kiana Maria, Pack 93 in the house. You know Irina's dancing along at home.
That's what's up. And
Cheryl just got a kiss from MM. Tanya Prince is dancing. Dr. Kim's in the house. Claron, Cicely, Ms. Michelle. It's a party.
I woke up this morning nervous. about B-Cassos and just people and family and friends in Florida area. So after everybody was texting saying, Joy, y'all good? Taina, y'all good? I even hit up Cat Lotta, my cousin. So it was good to know everybody was like safe, bunkered in. Taina was like, I still got to go to work. I was like, well, be safe on the streets.
Yep.
I feel like I'm celebrating at least knowing that I'm not worried about them. Because I was up early this morning texting people like, oh, shit, it's going down crazy in Florida. In that area, even like in like Georgia, like, getting the surge from the weather, rain and shit. I was like, oh, I just hope. These hurricanes is getting out of hand, and it's nothing that we can do about them other than just pray that our people stay safe. Because, I want them in St. Louis next week.
Because the B-Casso's happening.
I don't want no drama. I don't want no airports getting fucked up. And they be like, oh, even though I know Joy and them are driving. But still there are people flying in from like the Atlanta area. And, I just don't want no drama. They be like, oh, so-and-so, the airport runway got whatever. And they be like, girl, the flight delayed. We can't make it. And then we're going to have to be like, oh, shit, we got to get them a rental car. They're going to have to ride with Joy and Angel. Get you a ride down to Tampa.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. B-Casso edition.
Automobiles. So, yeah, that was on my mind. So I'm definitely celebrating for them knowing that they're safe. So I was like, whew. I definitely checked on a lot of people this morning.
Good. Just a quick heads up to the team here. I have uploaded into the B-Flat weekly graphics. It says Art Yard. There's a new folder. There's some photos in there. We can show the people where they'll be next week.
Okay, please show them because the grass is so nice.
Oh yeah, and these are some older photos. It's even nicer now. There's plants. There's that's right.
And that's changed from last week when you showed it to me. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vern says, "Hey Chris and B, more Ricola on the way." ...
Oh, thank you, Vern, because I'm gonna always need them. Always, I'm addicted to Ricola. It's better for my throat than Halls. So.
Hope Gamble. Hope Gamble says hi from Arizona. Did you start early? On time.
We started on time, Hope. You got in late. You must have got in at 6:05. I think Arizona, aren't they on the same time as LA or on Mountain Time?
I always get confused because they're the only city in the country that they didn't do daylight savings time. So part of the year they're Pacific, part of the year they're Mountain.
They're like Indianapolis.
They do that?
They don't change, and then sometimes they do, like they're on East Coast time, and then sometimes they're on. It's crazy.
I told you how I was driving from St. Louis to Lexington. I tell my buddy I'm 5 minutes outside of Louisville, and he was doing stand-up at Comedy Off Broadway in Lexington, and we're supposed to like have dinner and a quick meeting before his show. And I'm like, hey, I'm right there. I'll be there in a minute. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's this time. I cross into Louisville, turns over to East Coast time, and I was like, what the hell? That's how uncultured I am. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? Yeah. That was not 15 years ago. That was like 3 years ago. Didn't realize it.
It changes shit. Columbus, Ohio is like that sometimes too. They be on East Coast time. So it's crazy. Anyway, let me go and show my flashlight. Chris, I'm also celebrating the Calm show today. Last week wore me the fuck out.
You had Jeannie Yashere. Yamanika was here in studio. Yeah, it was a wild one.
I can't do 3 people on the screen, 4 people in the studio. You can't do all that.
There's a lot going on.
It was a lot going on, and I couldn't even hear Gina. And the fact that her damn mic wasn't on the whole time. Remember, she had her mic. She had a mic like this, and then she held it up towards the end, and she's like, "Oh, my mic wasn't even on." She was. That's why we couldn't hear her clearly.
I didn't know.
Yeah, she said it towards the end. She's like, "My mic." I was like, "Ain't that a bitch?" I said, "That's what happens when you're sitting in the background observing the show instead of being on doing your mic check."
Hilarious. Yeah.
I hear you all, I see you all, but you can't see me. And I'm like, get your ass on the screen.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That was Gina. You're talking about Gina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking.
Yeah. She kept sounding weird. It was because her mic wasn't on, and she was going through the laptop audio.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, fuck it.
Quick audible for the show. Here's your photos from where you all are going to set up. So this is outside. So this is it's
mural.
It's not the first. I can't remember the name. I Still Love Her is the name of it. It's a big mural. You can see that.
Yes, that's us.
Yeah,
that's us.
That's where you all are going to be. You get the entire space between our building and what's going to be a brand new music venue here in St. Louis. But right now, yeah. So that's the space. There's some more. That's good. I figured you all love this spot too.
Yeah.
There's some. It's really cool for pictures and everything else. I don't know. We got any more?
And privacy.
Yeah, it's a shout out to women of hip hop and obviously 50 years of hip hop, but it's really cool. All the names and
I know people are gonna be coming over there wanting to take pictures in front of it, which is dope because we're gonna be like, and before you leave, make sure you check out the tent.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you all will be the welcoming committee because the main entrance is like right by you.
Right there. Yes. So while you're showing that, I'm gonna show this because both of these just came in. We have two of these. Our flag banner, it ain't on the pole yet.
I thought you were trying to keep them off the pole.
Whatever, Chris. You see that?
That's beautiful. You can flip it around. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I got to figure out in the
And you're wearing that?
Oh, yeah, just like this.
You look good. You could do it.
So I'm going to, we got to figure out how to put this shit together in the room Thursday. It's two of them. And then we have a sponsors banner, just a regular banner that we're adhering to the table. Like the center table so everybody can see our sponsors. But those two are going to be on the flagpole. And it's a lot of shit. And it's still in the box. And I got to ship it to St. Louis because I'm not checking it. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Well, you all officially have about the most space of anybody.
I know. That's a big ass space. That space is so big.
People you couldn't see there. It's like it's the size of an entire lot.
3 other tents on that big ass space.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big space.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it because we're gonna be out there utilizing it. I can guarantee.
That's what I figured. I was like,
you.
we could jam you in with some other vendors and stuff, but seems like you all want to party. This is a good spot.
We are. We got strolls to do, dances to practice, the wobble, all of that's going on up under our tent and in the grass. We having fun. Let me go and show these flash rags.
Please do.
Shout out to Candace Berry. And I'm loving her haircut. Everybody's getting these rags, Chris. We back on point with them. Now that John got them down pat.
You had your hiccup, and then now you've recovered.
There you have it. And of course, you know my girl Antonia is always rock. She's in Jamaica.
She should be a paid spokeswoman for you. She's always
Mark.
They take Mark. I mean, obviously, but she's taken those flash rags all over the world. She's always happy. She's smiling. She's having a good time. Good shout out to Antonia. On the damn beach. Unbelievable.
Yes,
that's now I've shifted my thoughts. Now she's bragging.
And she looks amazing.
Certainly does. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, do that. Show that the black one, Drip Diva. That's what I'm talking about. I can't even find my black flash rag. I think I left it in Movita's house somewhere. But I better find it. So let me go ahead and do my DYK. Interesting. And I've learned to keep these short, like you said, Chris.
Don't blame the white guy for shortening your Black History segment. Take onus on yourself.
Wait a minute. Why I looked up the first white man that got locked up with Martin Luther King, and I couldn't find nothing. They gonna say Ralph Abernathy. I'm thinking like Ralph Abernathy was not white, Black Reverend. So I searched. Then I said I looked for the first white people that opened up their house on the Underground Railroad. Why they don't open that?
Because they had to stay secret.
but we know where they are now. We know those locations. So it should be in the history books that you know where it's on tourist maps and shit, where you can go and visit different homes along the trail and see the Underground Railroad. So why it ain't in there about who was the first white people? Because Chris, you want us to feature a white person on DYK.
No, I don't actually.
Yes, you do.
No,
I'm
I
looking
do not.
for it. I'm looking for it.
No.
We gonna search for it. We on it. I'm just trying to see what I can find.
Feature Pat Riley. There you go.
As the first white person that did what?
That dude, he helped and worked with all kinds of black dudes.
But he ain't the first.
Pat Riley? Red Auerbach?
We got to go back to when we stepped off the boat, Chris.
Okay.
I told you. I
First
want to
of
know
all,
who was the first white missus that gave one of the pickaninnies a nice dress and said, you know what, I want you to wear this dress.
you should make a documentary about that.
I should do a documentary. You damn right. That's our next thing.
My list goes Steve Kerr, Pat Riley, Red Auerbach. They've been very helpful to black culture.
They have been, but that's in sports. And I'm talking about overall within we wouldn't have them doing nothing for us if we wouldn't have got here. I'm going back to the white people that got us here. I'm trying to do like the black.
I think maybe someone would point out, like, maybe we don't. Yeah, you do.
Now, you said Pat Riley was the first white man that came out and said he had a black mistress and got
Pat Riley?
I'm just saying. We'll be like, oh, maybe we could put him on as the black first that he admitted.
Okay, got it. Gotcha.
All right, now I'm moving on.
Thank you. I've got parameters.
Today is a moment in history as of today, August 29th in 1962. And it's dedicated to Malvin Russell Good, 1908 to 1995. In 1962, Good was the first African-American news correspondent for a major television network, ABC, to ever broadcast live on TV. So shout out to the brother from Virginia, went to the University of Pittsburgh, graduated and worked for one of the second largest black newspapers in the nation back in the day, which launched his career at ABC. First black broadcaster. Go ahead on Mal Good. I wonder if he's related to Megan Good. Good genes running good families. So you never know.
Beautiful.
You never know. Look at Kim Whitley's line of people. And her, her dad with the architecture firm, they're like the largest major black architectural firm in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first. So
her dad and her uncle. Yeah.
Yeah, when you look back at lineage and things like that, you never know who's connected to. So he might be Megan Good might be kin to him.
There it is. Wow. Well, I do want to give a shout out to MM for recognizing that it's the 99th week in a row of complete and utter disrespect for DZ and my people. It says DZ and his people. So thank you for recognizing that, MM. 99 weeks. Not Phil Jackson. Not Frank Sinatra. I got nobody. Mm-mm.
No, Chris. You got to go way back. I'm talking about you got to go back to them Benjamin Franklin days.
I think it's a short list.
It's a short list, right? But I'm looking, Chris. I'm going to find somebody. I'm going to find the first white woman that gave the money to Jack Johnson to break out of jail. I'm going to find her name.
That you could find. I believe Jack Johnson, that was his thing.
But he dated so many white women, you ain't know who was the first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was really throwing a middle finger up. That guy was a legend.
And he still is. And that's why I'm going to find out. And then I'm going to put her on the DYK. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and show, first of all, even before I jump into the frugal flip, which is also my feature, because I have a lot to talk about, and I'm sure people want to know what I'm doing. This is more than a flip. It is a renovation.
Great.
Ain't nobody show up for the paint party that we had Friday and Saturday. You know I was mad in the motherfucker. Me and Jan was like, this so damn disrespectful. Ain't nobody show up. Although I have to say the cousin Angie did come over and bring a big trash bag full of sheets and things for us to cover the floors. And she was very helpful in like organizing the mail and moving things out of the closet. Because there was like one closet still with Movita's stuff, like a lot of mail that needed to go through. So she went through that over the phone with him, with Buddha, saying throw this away. So I have to say she was very helpful in that, because we needed to get that closet cleaned out because we have to paint it, pull that piece of carpet up. So other than that, ain't nobody show up, Chris, out of 8 people.
That's a lame party.
It was, and I was so upset, but at the same time, I don't get angry. I just do what I got to do. So I'm behind. I'm really gonna be working like tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday every day, early morning to finish up, because I'm so behind having to paint. Me and Jan had to paint like certain things I had to get done in order for it to dry, so I can sand the cabinets. So I was like, we got to do the dining room. So at least when I come in here, the dust, I won't worry about, sawdust sticking to the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris, we've been washing walls, washing ceilings, like wiping everything down so it could be ready to paint, taping off the floors, taping off doorknobs, so that all you got to do is, we got all of the rooms ready upstairs. Nobody showed up. We're downstairs getting those rooms ready. So we was like, well, fuck it. We already got this room ready. We might as well paint. And of course, my back was killing me, feet hurting. But we're doing what we got to do. And in 3 days, it'll be over. So I'm like, fuck it. It'll be done. And it'll be done to, my specification, just the way I want it. And it'll be nice. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, let me show you what we're working on. It's a lot. And I can't get none of it done unless I'm drinking these. So, believe me, I left like 3 cans in the freezer. One of them bust. I was like, fuck. So one got wasted. But I take them like every day. That's why I don't have none. Because I be having them over there in the refrigerator or the freezer. Fucking them up on my breaks.
Do you know what t-shirt you're wearing there?
It's like some phantom thing with like...
It's Venom. It's Venom. Yeah. It's a comic book character, and it's like a alien symbiote, something that takes over your body. That thing would get inside your body and be like, oh no.
I gotta get up out of here.
This is crazy enough.
Exactly.
It would know. It'd say, whoop, I'm out of here.
Whenever Dennis gives me his old t-shirts, I just cut them up and do shit and work in them like that. So it's funny, what you're looking at is where we already painted that wall. See where the blue tape is? And then that wall behind me, the one that I built, it is done now. Because I was like, we got to get this shit done because I got to do these cabinets. I'm focusing only on cabinets and the radiator covers and things that I'm building tomorrow. Because that shit got to be done and painted on Thursday so that we can assemble shit, do the door, and just have it ready for Saturday when he moves in. I got to clean the house. It's a lot, Chris, but we going to be over there getting it in. All I got to do is smoke, have my music.
Elle, you've also got support in the live chat. Heaven Sent and Joy apologizing for not being there. Saying, Heaven Sent says, sorry, not there, B. I love to paint. Joy says, you've got me as your personal massage therapist. Look at this.
Thank you, Joy. I might have to get one of them when we get in St. Louis. Don't get them elbows in my back. Because I'm really sore, but I'm not complaining about it because it gave me in the shape. Shit, I already lost 6 pounds. And it's funny, when I saw Miss Marion this morning, she was like, don't you get any skinnier. You getting too skinny. I was like, I'm over there working on this house and sweating like a
And you'd be like, shut up and sit on that bench.
Miss Marion, she killed me. She don't know she just now realized I'm on television.
Oh, like, hilarious. That's got to be funny. Like, she just thought she thought you were getting checks.
Yes, because she saw me on TV on the Byron Allen thing. And she's like, why are you cutting your own grass? You got money to cut. I said, ain't nobody got no money. I said, just because you saw me on TV. I said, ain't nobody paying nobody cutting no grass. Let's go to the next photo. We got to get through this flip. All right. So what I'm doing here is cutting patch tape. So like if you have a big hole, for example, when I took down those awnings that were made out of wood over their valances, they look like awnings because they were as hard as hell. When I took them down, they left big holes, maybe like a 1/4-inch size holes in the walls. So when you're patching, you have to use this tape, which is like a mesh, and it sticks to the wall, and then you do your spackling. So you have to worry about, filling the whole hole up, filling the whole hole and making it smooth. It'll lay it out evenly. So that's what I'm doing with that. So the next photo shows me actually putting so I fill it with a little of the spackle. And then I put the tape over the hole and then spackle and I'll sand it down. But I've already done this part because, like I said, we had to paint. And I wasn't ready to be doing all that, but I had to jump in and do it. So that's what I'm doing now is patching up the holes and putting the spackle from where I took that big wood awning down over the windows, brightening it up in there. So the next photo shows where I did the spackling. So this is where I had to sand. Because Jan and I spent like 3 days patching up holes and pulling out all the nails and in the floors from the carpet and just staples and just all kind of old brackets in the wood, just making sure. So that's why you see the white spots that's actually on the woods, because that's where brackets were from like mini blinds. So we're getting everything smoothed out so it could be nice smooth walls and ceilings, everything. So that takes a lot. It's more prep work than it is painting. Painting is the easy part. So the next photo shows just the areas that I'm hitting. That was over the living room, that awning space. So you can see I spackled up there. And then you see that gray wall with the stones on it. That's the wall where I built the new wall. And that, I think the next photos explain that, or it's a video. Oh, the stones that I broke off the wall, I put over here on this wall because Buddha wanted to dedicate it to his mom. And it was never finished. So I was like, let me take these little pieces and stick them up there and make it look halfway done. So that's what I'm doing, sitting on the floor using Loctite. Just taking some broken pieces that was in the trash, putting it on that wall. As you can see, we got the cabinets off. They've been sanded down, but that's what we're working with because I'm flipping them on the other side. And I think we have a video next, if I'm correct. Y'all know I'll be doing an editing and shit. I just be showing shit.
You're good.
All right, day 3. I'm back in Movita's house. And the work is really about to begin. If you see all this wood on the floor, this is for the frame of the wall. You got the drywall over here. I'm about to start measuring these spaces so I can cut out the pieces to make the nice designs for the radiator covers. We have a lot to do. Jan has done an amazing job. I'm going to let y'all see what she did in here really quick. Come on, y'all. Everybody see how you sanded down these cabinets.
My first time.
Yes, her first time doing it, and she did an amazing job sanding all of this. We still have to go back and just do a few things, but that'll be with the fine sander. But yeah, for the most part. Do you have the thing on me or the cabinets? A little bit on me. Yeah, we're going to make sure all of this is ready to go, but she did a wonderful job, and I'm sure her arm is killing her. And now she has to take all of the hardware off of these because we're going to flip it on the other side. So thank God for wood filler because we're flipping the cabinets inside out. So this now will be the inside and this will be the outside. So wherever you see holes is where we're going to put a little wood filler in. Same way here. Drill new holes on this side to add the hardware and put these right back up the opposite way. So that's our inspiration, turning on that side. So that's where we are today, and I'll be back with you later with a short, quick time-lapse videos. Thank you, Jan. Okay, so that's what we're doing with, and that's a lot of work because there was so much grease and gook. I had to buy goop when we took the brackets off, and it's still on the cabinet doors. So we got to clean all that. We have the hardware over there soaking. It's a lot. So now what I'm doing is building the frame to frame out the wall that I had to build to cover up that ugly shit. So what I did was I just broke off with my crowbar the spaces of the stones where I needed to make sure I could fit the the studs in the wall because I wanted them. What I actually did was measured out 15 inches from the center because like I said, I know the gentleman moving in is hanging a big television. So I actually measured out, and then the ones on the outside are maybe like 20 inches apart. I didn't really care because that wall is like 11.7 inches wide. And I also put 4 pieces of wood in the center like a T, just so he could have more stability once he puts the television up. So you don't actually see that part, but I'll show it in the video when we come back. So this is me drilling the hole. So what I did was I laid all the wood on top of each other, like 2-3 pieces, and drilled all 5 holes in at one time. And then just flipped it over and drilled through those holes. So they all have the holes in the same spot when I put it up on the wall. So all I did was put the wood on the wall and then just drill through the wood, since the hole already is in the wood. And then now I'm drilling in the wall just to make sure I have it gets deep enough for my screw. So that was easy. It was easy to throw these up. Because like I said, all the holes match up. They're in the right spot. I just had Jan hold the board up and I hit it. And now I'm just going back into making the holes deeper so I can attach them. Because that's a concrete and stone wall that I'm drilling into. So it was a lot of work, but we got it done. So the next photo,
Couple comments real quick. B has skills, period, from V. Frazier. And Cheryl gives you a wow, this is amazing. And everybody's enjoying this. Everybody's really taking it in.
You get to see, this is, like I said, this is like renovation work. I would never be doing no shit like this on a regular frugal flip. Like, I'm doing shit in the bathroom. Everybody gets to see all this process. Like I said, I'm doing it for my bestie, rest in peace. And I just wanted to be nice. And I just know her son is going to be happy with it. And she's looking down and will be like, oh, yeah, I like that now. Too bad I didn't let her do it earlier. So, Next photo shows, it's a video. There you go. Okay, it's been a long day. Day 3 of Movita's flip, but I got the wall done. We got the motherfucking wall up. Me and Jan are the shit. And my back is hurting, but I'm going to turn around and let everybody see the wall. See the wall. Brand new wall. I'm the shit. I was like, I'm getting this shit up today. Beams and all. Because I didn't want to be bothered with it tomorrow. Because tomorrow's all about caulking, sanding, cleaning, and ready to paint on Friday. So I'm going to turn it around and let you see the new wall. Haven't put the sockets back in yet. It was taking me forever to cut the fucking holes out. Can I flip it?
And make it fly.
Oh, Lord. That was a whole thing, cutting into that thick-ass drywall to bring the electrical sockets through. From out the wall and in through the... I'm like, this shit getting on my nerve. And I'm doing it with my bad arm. So, I thought I had one last video that kind of showed that. Oh, yeah. That's right there.
And it's gonna
see the sockets hanging out?
You don't have those blocks on the wall. But what I did do for Buddha was put some more over here. A little piece of scraps, because he wants this in memory of his mother. So the scraps that were left over that we got off the wall with the drywall on it now, I put over here on this wall. Once it gets painted all white, it'll look kind of cool.
All right. So, yeah, when I get over there in the morning, I'll be taking more photos and videos, and everybody can see where we are with the paint. And like I said, we're going to be working on the cabinets. I'm going to be working on the stairs. I still got to paint the railing and do my design going down the steps. Still got to paint the front door and do the outside of the house. I have to, like, scrape paint, put some cement in some spots. I got the exterior paint. It's going to be tight, though. It's going to be so nice when I'm done, Chris.
You've put a lot of hard work into it. Everybody can tell. Cheryl wants to know,
yes,
due to your handiwork, are you self-taught?
Yes, self-taught. And it's funny, shout out to Ariel, and I will definitely be showing her that I know how to use my Dremel now, because I was using some practice wood and cutting out my little shapes and stuff for the radiators. I did a lot of research. I looked on YouTube, and then every time I'm sitting on the toilet in the morning, I just be reading the Dremel instruction book, smoking and drinking and reading the book. So I know how to use
talking to her husband who's brushing his teeth while she's on the toilet.
I got my shit down pat. I got the little piece on it. It's an attachment that you just it's like a guide that'll help you do like circles and stuff. And you kind of look through the side and you can draw it like whenever. It is dope. I'm loving my Dremel. I went up to Home Depot and got extra bits for it because all the shit that it came with, the 1,000 pieces, it didn't have a wood cutting bit. So I went and bought 3 wood cutting bits, but I know how to use the carving tools and the brush tools, and I'm loving that Dremel. I'm using my heat gun to remove paint, old shit outside. So Ariel hooked me up, and I'm finally using my tools. Yes.
Ariel says, "Go ahead, be mastering the Dremel."
Yes, I'm mastering the Dremel. So, and I'm even learning how to use the rotary plunge.
Look at you.
That's what beyond
After B-Casso, after B-Casso 100, we're gonna raise money to get you a master's degree from Bob Vila University. Remember Bob Vila?
I remember Bob Vila, but I don't need no Bob Vila. Bob Vila might need me.
Oh my!
I'm just saying.
Okay, I like it.
I got the eye. You need both.
You got the hazy eye.
That's right. He don't want me to put my lazy hazy eye on him, because then that's when I focus. That's when I see better.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but I was getting nervous. Like, I have so much stuff to do for our event that I wanted to be done with this. You see what I'm saying? This was
that's a lot.
So when they didn't show up, I was like, fuck it. But you know me, Chris, I get it done. I've already got a plan on how I'm going to do things. I won't be getting much rest, but it's okay, because when I get to St. Louis, I ain't going to need no rest. So with that being said, I do want to let everybody know that next week, we're not going to have a live show. We're doing a pre-tape show. We're going to run footage of like the best moments. So I am asking people to email me so they may, with like some suggestions of things they may want to see from over our 99 episodes, like the best of this, or they want to see something. And I'm going to obviously do like a pre-taped little clip. I don't know what I'm going to do, Chris, but I know I'm going to do something on Monday. Definitely thanking everybody for supporting us and getting us there. And then when we come back on the 12th, we're not doing a show. So for 2 weeks, we will not have a live show. It's going to be taped. But we will be doing shit you need to watch. And watch the ads while you're watching it. Because my ad viewership is going down. And I don't like that. People need to be watching the ads. And see, once you start ordering the Mighty Kind.
Oh, my gosh.
And you be sitting back chilling, you're going to be like, oh, shit, that's a nice ad. You're going to be on that. And you ain't even going to be tripping off the ads. You might even buy some shit.
Yeah.
My point is, watch the ads.
Mm-hmm. Take the surveys.
Watch the next 2 shows, because you don't want to miss our review episodes. And I definitely have listening ears. Y'all know I listen to the people. I want to see what y'all want to see. If you had to sit back and watch some reruns of Tighten Up Tuesdays. And we will be putting together all the clips and just fun shit that we're doing in St. Louis so that we can show it on the 12th. And it's not for the people that missed it, but it's for the people that missed it.
Well said.
We want to show you how we had a great ass time. So there you have it, Chris.
Love it.
Look at this tight ass show. Started on time. Is what we probably ended the next.
Key and Deja run a tight ship.
And why I'm just now finding out that Andy is no longer with us. And I do admire him for pursuing his career in acting.
First of all, back it up. First off, I saw his name on the schedule tonight. He's not dead, as you just made him sound.
I said Andy is not with us. He's pursuing his acting career.
I didn't know that. I do know he had some other full-time opportunities, and Key brought him on board a little while ago. It was a year plus ago. And man, what a nice guy, and got a lot of work done, and really was very helpful with this show and others. So big shout out to Andy. I thought he was going to be in tonight, or we could have made a bigger deal about it. Last week he had a thing too, so it's how that stuff goes. But yeah,
well, I get it. I get it, especially in this business. Oh
my gosh, what we do is super fun, and there's a lot of opportunities, but you have to be really unique, like Key, and she does a bunch of different stuff, and she's used to
Achy.
She doesn't like the spotlight at all. That's just a weird thing. No, you have people. You're running your own business, basically. You know, you're showing up. It's not always easy to schedule with comedians. B, you're extremely timely, so that's super helpful. But yeah, for what the folks do, the engineer and edit and everything, it's I think it's a great, you know, it's great for what it is, but you know, it's not you're not a full-time employee.
And that's a long time for a person to be on the edit for a year.
Oh yeah. And it depends on what you want to do too. Jeez, for the right person, it's perfect anytime. But yeah.
Oh, I can go and sip my.
So shout out to Andy. Yeah, he is alive.
I ain't saying like he was dead, but then again, Chris, you know I'm on that a little bit. So
Cheryl wants to know if Key's getting a raise now.
Oh, you know I'm jumping up before I do my Irks and Works and my Chris Deasy. You know I got to do my CashApp dance for Charissa, Cheryl, and Marcella. Oh, Bertrand. I hope I said it right. Marcella Bertrand. Yeah, I hope I said it right. They sent in money for our celebration. See, money's still coming in. That's what I'm liking to hear. I love that. And of course, you know, I always love our people in the $100 club because they getting us closer to where we got to go. Go jump in the $100 club. I'm loving to see the names on the list, Chris. I'm even posting the names on the list while I'm in St. Louis.
Hey, as long as you're not going to get them in trouble or they don't have people
that they owe
following their business.
Oh, I saw that you was on the list, and you know you owe me that $20 from when you said you was gonna cash at me and never sent it. But I see you on the list giving out donations and shit. So believe me, I know how it goes. All right, well, we got an Irks and Works in from B Squared.
Hey now.
And we got to Ask Chris Deasy in from B-Flat.
Oh no.
Either one of them. Yeah, let me go.
Drop an Ask Chris Deasy in the live chat if you want to participate. All right, what are we doing here?
Getting the Chris Deasy music so I can get my CashApp dance.
This is a CashApp dance.
Wind it up.
Oh my.
I'm winding up like my A Diane. Oh.
Look at B go. Give B a round of applause. Look how loose and nimble she is from that shower.
And my underarm smells good. Oh, and my underarm ain't no looming. Oh.
What's the stuff you told me to go out and look for? What do you put under your arms? Tussie.
And you do it like this with the 2 fingers.
Ooh. Make sure you're. How do you say it one more time?
Tussie.
Tussie. Make sure you're tussied up while you're dancing. Stay fresh, people. I will not make that hand gesture.
It just depends what region you're in. Some people say tussie. Some people say tussie. And in St. Louis, most people be like, oh, go in there and get that jar of tussie and put that up under your musty-ass arm. My grandma used to always say, run around here smelling like goddamn muskrat. Go in there. Yes. You too old to be smelling like that. Go in there and get that tussie. Get that jar of tussie. And then the funny thing is, Crips, you don't dig in it with your fingers.
How do you do it?
Get it. You got to do it in here. You get it in there with your fingers where it be right here so you can spread it.
Okay.
But they dip it in. Yeah. It's a little jar. You just kind of hold it and you go across the top of it with your fingers, the flat part, and then that's old school.
That's Tussie Application 101.
Yep. 101.
That's right.
All right. Irks and Works. B Squared.
Boy, she worked those armpits, didn't she, people in the live chat? She got right to it.
She is irked by people who try to backdoor their weekend plans on you. Her work is, I always have shit to do on the weekends. So that means don't be fucking asking her to do nothing. And I get it. Do you ever get that, Chris? People call you up and try to mess up your weekend plan? I don't get that.
I've had it in the past. Like I used to have to, like when I was younger and I had a truck, I would get bugged all the time to help people move.
Oh,
And you get fooled, and somebody's friend's sister calls you, and you're like, okay, sure, it'll be a couple things. 8 hours later, you're needing a disc replacement in your back. The other people that were supposed to come help didn't show up, and then you get you cash in big with the beer and pizza. Yeah, no thanks. That doesn't happen anymore. Now, if family needs help, sure, but yeah, no, that's not.
I think people try to think maybe we were back during their weekend plans by having a paint party on a Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that was one of them that wrote in.
But that's the day they said that would work best for them because everybody was like, "Oh, Sundays I be busy. I go to church. I gotta get ready for work. I can come after work on Friday." So maybe I backdoored them with fucking up their weekend plans. And they probably said, "Bitch, I got shit to do on the weekends." I think B Squared told them to say that to me.
Probably so. I can see that happening. Yeah.
Mental telepathy. Anyway, I ain't trying to fuck up nobody's weekend plans because I get it. But I'm having my weekend to myself this weekend so I can get ready for St. Louis. That's why I'm getting this house done. And I'm glad I have a deadline because it's going to force me to finish.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so kind of like a flip. You got to be done. So I'm going to get it done.
Frugal with your time.
Right. You ready for your Ask Chris Deasy?
Please do.
All right. Have you ever dry brushed your teeth or do the dry run?
The what?
The dry run on your teeth, meaning like you don't have time to brush your teeth, but you just do the dry brush, or you might just without the toothpaste.
Without the toothpaste? I was going to say I've done the other one where like maybe you stay somewhere and you throw some on your finger, get in there. Do a finger.
No, I'm talking about like with your actual toothbrush.
Oh, and you're out of.
No.
You're out. You just do a dry run. There would need to be a reason.
Because I don't want my coffee to taste like toothpaste in the morning. So I just brush my teeth and brush my tongue.
Good
and
to know
my
that.
mouth out like 3 times. I don't use mouthwash. And just get like that morning off. The morning breath. And then drink my coffee because I'd be like, I don't want my coffee tasting like toothpaste in the morning. So I do the dry run.
There's enough time between brushing and coffee for me. So I've had a glass of water and it's been an hour probably.
What I do when I wake up is make the coffee. Oh, Sherri Shepherd, talking about, is it too late to come on the show?
No, for Sherri Shepherd, it's her channel. It says Two Funny Mamas presents.
Yeah, she can come on. I'm gonna tell her no. She's crazy.
What? No. Tell her, come on. Are you kidding me?
I am.
Don't look a gift talk show host in the mouth. Come on.
She just make them flash.
Oh, she's texting me.
All right, she funny.
Tell her to come on.
Where your money at? You supposed to been sent your $150. You sent me the video today. She sent her a video today. Talking about me getting high. Sherri always talking about me getting high. That's because secretly she want to smoke. She wants some edibles.
What's the number, Key? Give me a number.
Yeah, you give.
I'll stay on here. I'll interview Sherri and you can get off.
I ain't getting off my own show. You funny for that. But yeah, I'm glad she wanted to jump on. She crazy because Edie just texted me talking about she can't jump on or she's doing something, and I was like, "Oh, it's all good." I'm glad she sent me the video. You know, I gotta use my spray.
Oh, is that for Sherri?
Yeah, she gave me a flash, and I told you, Carla's stuff be cooling me off. I love this orange blossom hydration mist. It smells good, and it cools my, body temperature down, and it makes me look like I'm glistening. Is she jumping on?
I'm trying to get a login number from your girls, and they're slacking.
Okay. Did you text Sherri and tell her that?
Yeah. Hold tight.
Okay. I'm glad she wanted to jump on. She funny. Every time she says she not gonna do something, she changed her mind. That's why I said when y'all do Two Funny Mamas, we not doing no Two Funny Mamas until September 19th. I said,
If people saw the text I got from one Kimberly Whitley today, and I think I told you, so don't say anything.
Here I am trying to be Here I am. I'm trying to be mean. What? I don't know what she's talking about. Girl, get on the show. Get on the show.
All right, she just got her login. There you go. Keep an eye out, ladies. Thank you.
She funny.
No, Kim texted me today, and we're working on some fun stuff for that first show back.
I think y'all gonna have one between now and next week, because something gonna happen. And y'all gonna be like, oh shit, we gotta talk about that. We need to do a Two Funny
Yeah, we haven't done Kim has been available for live streams, but she's been in Cleveland helping her dad, and they had like a bunch of tornadoes there, and it was wild. So I hope everybody in Cleveland's safe. And shout out to our Florida viewers. Be safe tonight.
Yeah. Amen.
Absolutely. So Sherry's got that. So we'll get to that. B, what's the next thing? You got a...
I was gonna show my flyer. And of course, you know I'm shouting out Mighty Kind, but I'm already doing that by drinking this.
Was the toothbrush thing was the Ask Chris Deasy?
Yeah, have you?
Oh, we need a new one. All right, well, guys,
isn't any in the comments?
Plenty of people in the comments, but you know what?
No, I'm saying with an Ask Chris Deasy.
Oh, drop one in the comments if you got an Ask Chris Deasy. But right now, we'll throw it to New York City. I think that's where she is. The great Sherri Shepherd joins Tighten Up Tuesday. We're going to unmute her and let her have fun. Sherri, great to see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you, love?
An angel is logged
I'm
on.
about to go to bed.
Oh my God, you're so funny. When I was talking to Edie earlier, she's like, girl, Sherri can't jump on. She doing something. I was like, oh, I'm thanking her for the video. I was like, I get it. Because she's like, she's supposed to come on next week. I said, that's the 100th, and we're not doing the show. Because I'll be on my way.
I did a video for your 100th episode.
I know, and I'm airing it on the 100th episode.
Oh. Hey,
Sherri,
Chris.
how are you, Sherri? Sherri, I do have a quick question. We were blessed by Yamanika. She came and did the Bees show from our studio last week. You were in St. Louis. You got the city primed up. Can you tell people about going to Beyonce? We haven't heard from you, so I figured everybody that's tuned in to Sherri Shepherd and a Two Funny Mamas fan.
I know, because
how was it?
Well, Kim and I, because we don't get to we made a promise that we weren't coming on until September. I don't know what Kim been doing behind my back. So we haven't been able to talk about it. Did Yami talk about our time at Beyonce?
Off camera. She told me She told me a post-show story.
Okay, let me tell you. Beyonce, I would just say to people, the way I say, if you've never been in New York, you got to go, because New York is such a gem. Beyonce put on a show that was an explosion of fashion, of lights, of, electronic, futuristic. It was literally an experience. I'd only seen her one other time in Essence when she was doing all the single ladies, nothing like that. And everybody, you could tell they had saved up all year to get an outfit, make an outfit, lose the weight, gain the weight. I saw girls in mesh bodysuits with panties or none that was the size 18, 24, 42, and 6. It was amazing. And Yamanik and I went, Chris, it was so much traffic, because normally St. Louis, I told you this when we were there with you, looks like I Am Legend. It's like ghost town.
First of all, St.
Louis you be in.
When Sherri was here,
we saw 3 zombies walking around.
Especially downtown.
Downtown.
Yeah, downtown.
And I was like, Chris, where's everybody at? He was like, in their coffins. I said, what?
But they came out for the concert.
They came out for it was so much traffic. We got out and walked. Yamanika had this, it was low in the front, low in the back, low in the legs. I mean, and she had on gym shoes, but they weren't walking gym shoes. They were gym shoes to be cute. And I had put on silver cowboy boots, and I had a cat suit on. But you ever had like a suit on that you just tried on, and you got to hold your stomach in all night?
I ain't never had on a cat suit.
I don't know why I even asked you that.
Yeah, because you know I'm corny.
You sound
Look
like a
what I
kitty
got
cat.
on. Look. Here's my cat.
She's-
I know it looked good though.
She's got a cat's cat dance.
I know she got that cat's cat dance, and she got that
I
cat.
never
dance,
had
kitty
on a cat
foot.
suit because I never felt like I had the body for a cat suit.
Yes,
I got
you
a
do.
flat
You just-
ass.
You
Flat
never
ass
should-
people can't have
don't
no
know
cat. Your flat ass people can't have no cat suit on. That shit don't look right. Fuck no.
Mine, mine was half metallic, half black, and I knew because I hadn't tried it on for a long time, so I knew, okay, I gotta hold my stomach in the whole time. You know what agony I was in all night trying to hold my stomach in and sing.
Girl, y'all
dance.
was killing me. I said,
fun.
when I first saw y'all, I said, are they going to Comic-Con? Because
No,
you look
girl.
like a superhero. And y'all Monica look like a motherfucking superhero with the... I said, these heifers be killing me. They so fly. But I love that y'all are outlandish and love to dress up. And I wish I had that. I don't have that.
We
day I'ma
wish
let
you could
dress
have
me up.
gone. We really wish you could have gone. We had the best horrible worst seats because
Nah,
we were
girl, I
on the
wouldn't have
floor behind
I
the
wouldn't have
Beehive,
wanted to
but I
go.
had to stand up the whole
I'm sorry.
time.
I'm
What'd you
not
say?
a Beyonce fan. I'm not a Beyonce fan. So I wouldn't have wanted to go.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I was a big, huge Beyonce fan. I'm not part of the Beehive. But what I tell you, the one thing that got me about Beyonce, if you listen to her lyrics of her song, Beyonce is very much about Black power. Let me tell you something. If Beyonce had been at Alabama, she'd have been the first one with a chair. Like, listen to her lyrics.
Well, no,
Her
I'm not discrediting her at all. It's just not the kind of music I don't listen. You know, if I can't bounce to it and be ghetto and dance.
But you can.
No, because I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Cuff it.
You don't have to know.
Do the original Soul Train and it'll match up.
That's
you
it.
know, I like. No, she be doing all of that booty popping, and they be fanning and shit. I can't do all that. And they be making
booty
me have a
pop
headache.
either.
Yes,
when I tell
Sherri,
you, not on booty pop. It start and then it stop at 3.
What about the drop down low?
Oh no, my knees start cracking. Ain't no drop.
Don't let us get the video out from the karaoke in St. Louis.
Okay, that was a year ago that we karaoke.
No, that wasn't that long ago. That was like 6 months ago.
Well, then it shows you how quickly my osteoporosis flared up. My osteoporosis is like this tornado. Okay, let me tell you, it builds up. No, it's what I'm just saying. It's just go with us.
Sure, it was an amazing experience, but somebody would have to take me. Like, I know I wouldn't buy no ticket because I wouldn't spend my money. Yeah.
Next time I'll get you the ticket.
I love art, so I'm sure I would be amazed at how well the stage and all that's put together. But I don't even know what song I was singing there because I don't even know no Beyonce song. I'd have to hear it.
I didn't know either. Let me tell you something. As an art major, you are an art major, B, so you would have appreciated the artistic visuals.
That's what I'm saying. I know I would
creativity of Beyonce, but she wove it into the music. I didn't know all the words either because I'm not familiar with the Renaissance album, but just the visual and the artistry and the creative locked into the music, you would have really appreciated her. She ain't just pretty; she's really smart. So I was proud of her.
Oh, I know that. Her money says that. She's super smart.
I didn't get to say hi to Chris because we had to walk like 20 daggone blocks because we didn't have a car. We were so regular. We didn't have a car. We got to the casino, Chris. That's how far we walked. Then we walked past the casino, maybe another 15 blocks. And then Yamanika was like, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, my wig, her wig was sliding off.
This is amazing to hear. When I know, and here's how you know Sherri's nice and she's thoughtful. She didn't ask for any of that. I could have had you sitting with the mayor in a box. You wouldn't have had to sit with everybody. I could have had you. I would have personally picked you up. I would have been fine with taking care of all that, and you guys still weathered it. So I was super busy, so thank you. But I would have done that.
Thank you.
I didn't think about it.
I'm glad y'all had that great experience together. Just that whole thing, walking and
And I felt
girlfriend
bad because
vibing.
Jeffrey wanted to meet Chris, and he was like, "Where's your dude? Where's your dude?"
I met him in LA, but it was short lived, so I'm sad I didn't get to see him. Yeah.
He did, and he was like, "Is he real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's real." Jeffrey, mommy doesn't lie. But
so
St. Louis was full of people, and I dare say I think there were some pimps out there, Chris.
I believe it. If you know St.
like
Louis.
actual pimps.
Yeah, they don't look like, Linda. They don't look like that. They look like regular,
Businessmen. Yeah.
No, they didn't look like that either. They look like bebop dudes. But I think it's a scent that comes off of man. It's just a whole, and it's an aura that comes off. Huh?
Like a trafficking type of scent.
Yeah, and like it's that look, it's that look that they give you up and down. Then they go, "Now she's too old."
She's too old. When they hit you with this.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what it was. Like
Yeah, they like, she ain't worth throwing in the van. She ain't worth throwing in the van.
Ain't nobody gonna throw her in the van.
Exactly.
Girl, not my hop behind.
Did you have any? I didn't get it. We didn't talk about it a ton. Yamanika was by here for a little bit. It was cool to see her. But what do you have anything that stood out fan-wise? Because I realize people flew in from other cities, and I actually know some other celebrities and stuff that flew in. But you're there, and you just paid whatever to go to see Beyonce with your friends, and you look over and there's Sherri Shepherd. You had to have some people freaking out, or there were some fan moments.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's so funny because people don't expect to see you there, so it was a lot of this. She looked like Sherri Shepherd. No, that ain't Sherri Shepherd. She's fatter than Sherri Shepherd. Her titties is bigger than Sherri Shepherd. That ain't Sherri Shepherd. And I would go, I'm right here. Well, no, you ain't right there because you ain't Sherri Shepherd.
Because they probably couldn't believe your ass was standing right there in the audience with everybody else. Or, you know what I'm saying? But
there's some people who recognize me. You had that clown Renaissance cat suit on, but most people was like talking about me like I wasn't there. Like, it's not Sherri. Right. And then I go, no, I'm Sherri. And they go, no, you not. And I go, okay, I'm not. And they go, yes, you are. All right, I am. No, you ain't.
Karaoke. Same way at karaoke, they kept saying, that ain't the real shit. I was like, yes, it is. Then they was like, are you the real Sherri?
My favorite was whenever people will walk up to you or Kim or and do the like soft touch. They're like, oh, it is you. Yeah.
They would do that. Or they wouldn't, like, it was so many boys at the concert that was like just fly with the fashion. And I was like, oh my God, you look so good. And they were like, thank you, darling. And they just kept walking. So the great thing about it is I'm not recognizable in St. Louis. I look like Sherri Shepherd, but they know, of course, Sherri Shepherd is not there. So it was actually relatively easy to walk around because I could hear my name being whispered. But by the time they realized that might be, I was so long gone and I would just wait.
They just thought it was Sharon from Florissant.
Exactly. So it was very cool walking around with I didn't need security or nothing.
Well, I'm so glad you jumped on.
I wanted to say
amazing surprise since it's like our last live show. Because next week we're doing a review of all the best moments up until the 100th. Because we all have to pack and get into St. Louis. It's like 8 of us getting in early to make sure we're all ready and set up for when everybody gets there Friday. So we're in handling business and shit. So we're not doing a live show. We're going to run a show and we're going to run your video that you sent. And I definitely appreciate it. And a couple other people sent videos. So, I'm just so excited. I can't believe we're on 100th episode, Sherri.
This is very, very cool. 100 episodes. Quite a few of your followers and subscribers come to the Sherri Show. They always tell me that they know that they're on, a listener of B-Flat and Tighten Up Tuesday. So that's very cool. And 100 episodes.
Yes.
I think I'm always asking people, what do I need to do to start a podcast? And I think that you are really good if you were to give like your top 5 pieces of advice for starting a podcast. What would you say?
1, know exactly what it is that you want to do.
Okay.
And I would say 2, have a format. That's for me. And it doesn't necessarily have to flow.
You hear that, Sherri? You hear that, Sherri?
No, I ain't listening to nothing B-Phlat said. This ain't for me.
Right, it ain't for me. It's for other people. Right. I would say have a format. And 3, you have to be committed, because it's not, I guess you have to base it on your schedule, but whatever you have to do, be committed to it. And
Okay.
I would say definitely do a lot of research in terms of what it is, how you want to do your podcast. Because I did a lot of research in terms of the format, how much it may cost. So it was a blessing for me to come up under this, because I had already had stuff in place. I did my research. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So when this came about, I was like, oh shit, I can just throw this right on in. And so if you, and I would say fifthly, be open. You definitely have to be open, because it's a high tech environment. And I don't care who you are, if you're not like a computer savvy person, jumping right in, you'll learn a lot about how technology works and how you have to be patient with certain things. So you do have to be open to learning how things work. So like I tweaked, for example, when Andy was telling me that photographs were coming in a format called HEIC.
I see. Right.
Right. Which he could not convert. So he was spending a lot of time converting them. And once he told me that saved me time and money on the podcast, and him workload, because I could easily do it here in my format. And I was like, oh, I could have been doing that all along, because I didn't know he was doing it for months and spending hours until he told me. So it's little things like that you have to be open to be able to learn how to do, or know how they function and know how things work when it comes to a podcast, no matter if it's just, if people don't.
So it's like communication.
It's communication, definitely. Because I have to make sure that when I put my sheet in, that they can read it and I don't change anything in the format, so that they know what's popping up, And then
can I communicate something, Chris? Since you talk about communication?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you stop sending me 5 bills at one time? I'm running out of money.
I'll talk to Beth. Thanks for airing that out.
Why did somebody send you? Did she be like, hey, everybody, I hope you're doing well. Here's the bills for February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. And that's the times I can't get Kim on the phone, so she can pay half her share.
I'll pass along the video. I will say,
hey, everybody, here's the bills for September 2022 and April and May of 2022. Hope you're doing well.
My shit already been piled up. My shit been piled up. That's why I be texting her, Sherri. I text her and I be like, hey, Beth, send me my invoice. And she does it. Because I can't have my shit
on a yacht somewhere.
My bill already high. I can't be having my shit piled.
Beth is the publicist / accountant / craft services / psychologist / bartender.
Sergeant at Arms. Don't forget Sergeant at Arms.
/ Sergeant at Arms.
Beth had to.
Chris gonna be invoicing her on the right time.
Well, look.
Listen, here's what I have to say about Two Funny Mamas. You'll be invoiced each month, but I got a text today, and I think you're aware of it. I think we're working on a really fun, let's not break it, but a really fun guest for your first show back, right, Sherri?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We're working on a really fun guest. Oh, can I tell you? Yeah, we're working on a really fun guest who I saw. I went striking. I went marching with actors.
Good.
In LA. I was marching with Viola Davis and Niecy Nash, and we marched with the writers, B and Chris. Mm-hmm. So we marched on the side with the WGA. So these were all of the African American writers that have written the movies that you know, Beauty Shop, Love and Basketball, all the great Black movies that you love, Jones. They were all marching in solidarity. So we marched on that side with them, and then Viola was there, and we was having a good time. So marching around the entire length of Disney is 1 mile. And Viola was like, "Okay, how long we have marched? We marched for, has it been 3 miles or has it been 4 miles?" I was like, you the warrior woman. What you talking about? You the warrior queen.
That's right.
It was hot out there. Oh my gosh. And so we marched in solidarity for our actors union and for the Writers Guild and for the background people, because again, I know people may be tired of hearing it, but literally 87% of the SAG-AFTRA members make under millions of dollars. They are called bread and butter actors. They work to pay their bills, take care of their family. Those are the people who come in the office and say, sir, Mr. So-and-so's on the line. These are background actors. Only 2% of SAG members are working constantly. Nonstop. Yep. Very few percentage of SAG-AFTRA members are multimillionaires. Tom Cruises, I can't even think of their names, but these are regular people, and Hollywood has pretty much shut down. I went to a restaurant, and this is a restaurant that all the actors would go to, and if you had a business meeting to meet agents, it was bustling. There were literally 2 couples in the restaurant, me and another couple, one guy working in the kitchen. They had laid off a ton of their staff, yet the waiters that were working still had a bright attitude. There's a cleaners that cleans all of the studio's clothes. They've laid off people. It is a ghost town in Hollywood. People are not able to pay their bills, and they're just asking for what is fair. I got a 10-cent residual check from when I was on a show called Living Single. And
how'd that theme song go?
We are living single in a crazy mixed up world. You and I got my girls. And this is Chris.
I watched that. I used to watch that show.
I played the comedian. They went to a comedy club, and I was one of the comedians, and Max on the show was heckling me. So I had her thrown out of the club. But I currently have 2 shows running on Netflix and HBO Max, and I don't get any money for them. That I'm done. They don't pay me residuals. So, people are just marching because they have to take care of their families. Our residuals go into our pension fund and our health care. You have to make a certain amount of money to get health care through the SAG or the WGA.
$10,000 a year.
You have to make $10,000 a year, and if they're not making. Thank you for saying that. If they're not making that money in residuals, they have no health insurance for their family, and I believe these streamers are very evil, and they're waiting until the people are broken, and then they will come to the table and negotiate in earnest, and that's just wrong. You're making billions of dollars as a corporate executive, and the total amount of money that actors and writers want that is fair only come to about 0.3% if all of the studios put their money together. Isn't that something?
I'm living proof of residual checks and how little money people make on average. And these are just like from over the years. So these are like all my checks. These are all residual checks. They're all marked, stacked up. And every time I show these to people, they be like, girl, what you doing? Because I have to file them, right? They're all ready to go. But all of this stack, guess how much it add up to?
How much?
$1,582.
Wow.
Yeah, because if you look real close, that's say $3.95.
Mm-hmm.
The average check in here, the most one is $175. But the average checks in here is $1.18, $2.91, $7. And it's mostly people looking at things like Def Jam all over the nation and and all over the world. So yeah, that's why I just like stack them all up and then I'll deposit them. But yeah, if you look on here, it says $3.95. The other one says $2.42. Yeah, so these.
It costs more to print the check.
$33.38. Yeah, it costs more to print these than what we're really making on residuals. You have to be making big money. And some people live off of their residuals. So that lets you know right now, I can't live off my residuals.
Let me tell you, a lot of people, I'm sorry, B. Didn't mean to interrupt you. A lot of people think because you keep seeing You'll see. I'm gonna take me and Kim. You keep seeing us on different things all the time, but what you don't realize is we shot that a year or two ago. That project's been shot a year or two ago, and then it will consequently come out on something that we shot this year. So it looks like we're doing back-to-back work, but we really has been a separation. And what happens is if we've been blessed enough to consistently work, Kim and I, but we still go through the same thing of when there's no work, we sitting here, and let me tell you, it don't take you to miss 4 checks of paying rent or mortgage, and you don't have anything. And so the life of an actor, when people tell me, oh, I want to be an actor, I go, oh my gosh, you picked a horrible career to be in because it's not stable. And there have been times where Kim and I have gone for years without work, and the residuals is what we live off. During the pandemic, the residuals, I lived off residuals because Chris Show wasn't giving me no money for this podcast. Apparently we hadn't got no advertising. Every time I said, Chris, anybody advertise with us? Chris was like, nobody like you. So it took us a few years, and Beth being on a yacht in the Bahamas before we saw any advertising money. No, and I don't want to cast aspersions on Mid-Coast Media.
Oh, they'll see platinum windows when you get here to St. Louis. You'll recognize us by the gold bricks. And yeah.
Chris's new grass and your new grass is y'all turning into an amazing park. So
that's right.
But I lived off residuals all during the pandemic. My residual checks are what helped me. My residual checks are what paid Jeffrey's schooling, because even though he did it online. So I was very thankful, and to know that a company wants to replace my little sassy attitude with AI is so frightening.
Everybody out of work. That's all it is.
I'm watching. I just started watching a documentary series on Max or whatever, and only reason I watched it, I was like, oh, this looks interesting. It's about telemarketers, and you guys know who Danny McBride is? His production company.
Yes, I love Danny McBride.
Incredible. But this it's about. He's so good. You guys got to watch Righteous Gemstones. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh,
I watch it.
I auditioned for the show that he had about the teachers.
Vice principals. Yeah.
For the vice principal.
No, but to your AI point, I'm watching this, and I don't think it's a spoiler, but whatever. If you're going to watch it and you don't want to know anything, stop listening. This telemarketers thing, you know how you get calls, AI calls now and things like that? They have these telemarketers at these places. The guys that are good, they record, and girls, they record their voices. They're doing this documentary and they're trying to expose things. They're like, we just got a call from a guy who's been dead for a year. And it was the AI version of him doing it. Like, how messed up is that? You know how upsetting that would be?
And what they're trying to do with AI, it's so crazy. So if you do, I did a film called The Brian Banks Story, and it was about Aldous Hodge, who was in the Marvel movie. I think he played Black somebody in the Marvel movie. And he went to prison for a crime. What did he play?
He was in a DC movie, and I don't know who he played. Was he in Black Adam?
Yes, Black Adam.
With The Rock? Yeah.
Yes.
With The Rock. And so this particular movie that we did, he went to prison at 16 for a crime that he didn't commit. Now with AI, there was a scene where I made everybody cry because I was begging for my son's life. Now AI can say, if the studio needs me to re-record something, they have to pay me to come in and spend my time, hair, makeup, clothing, to re-record that part, or even use my voice. I have to get paid because it's worth my time. What they're saying with AI is we actually don't need Sherri to re-record because we have her voice in our archives computers, and we can use Sherri's voice. Matter of fact, if you really want Sherri to kind of smile or grimace, we can do that, which changes my whole acting. And I'm out of money that is hard earned, that again, I said, goes to my pension, goes to my insurance, because they're using AI of me. And that's what they're saying they want to do. Let me tell you about backgrounds, how disrespectful these streaming networks are to background. They want to do AI on all the background. So in New York, if I have to be on a set at 5 or 6 in the morning for hair and makeup. Background people, and those are the people that you see behind you. They're walking around. It's in a crowd. All background. Very necessary to any project. In New York, if my call time is 6 in the morning, background have to be there at 4 in the morning with the same clothes for the entire week. 2 things they asked for. Can you give us a little bit more of a stipend so we can take our clothes to the cleaners and wash them? They said they give them 30 cents. What is that? Second thing, they asked for, SAG over here on the East Coast said, because background, especially women, have to be in locations that are not quite safe, can you provide some more shelter? So the little safe place they gave was not safe at all. And could you give them a stipend? If they get off at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, they'll have to take the train home. Something to show you care. Rejected. It's breaks my heart that people work so hard in this business. They give everything they got. This is their life. This is what all we know how to do, and they don't care.
But it's amazing to see how we have the power as the people to shut down the industry to make our voices heard. And nothing's moving.
The problem with that, though, the only problem with that, networks, yes. These streamers, it's a harder time because when Discovery bought HBO Max, they canceled a bunch of stuff that could have actually went on the air. These streaming networks, the Peacocks and the Netflix, the Paramount Plus, Amazons, they have so much stuff in their archive, content that they can put out. That's why you're now seeing a lot of reality shows, because they have enough content to wait us out. True. But network doesn't. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. They need their sitcoms and their dramas. So they're playing a lot of unscripted shows as well. But these streamers, and nobody's going to cancel their Netflix account.
Exactly. Right.
Monique tried that. Nobody be canceling
it. To watch. They're just going to find something else to watch. You're right.
And so that's why a show like Suits, Suits is trending on Netflix, is like one of the number one shows. Suits and that's the show Meghan Markle was on about them lawyers. And they're going to show been on the air for the last 32 years.
That's what I was going to say. Who is watching this?
Everybody now, because they shit on.
Netflix feeds it to you. It's like was in the top 10. Can you believe it? It was number 1.
I read an article the other day. I'm like, what is Suits? Like, it feels like it's on USA Network.
Because people are watching it. They don't have anything to watch. There's no original. But the networks have original content to put out. Yeah. And they're waiting us out. I believe that the network comes to the table and they look and they go, is B-Flat broken yet? Has she lost everything? No? Okay, then we're not going to negotiate. We'll come back when B-Flat is completely broken and crawling, and then we'll negotiate. So we've got to stand strong and really implore the public who's not in this business, but we do everything we can to move you, to make you feel good, to give you joy with everything that we got. And we're just asking for what fair. These network streamers are getting, we know they got money because they're giving $80 million contracts to so many people. But we've asked them, can you just be transparent and show us what you made? When I was on a show called Mr. Iglesias, which I don't see any money for, we were number 2 in Nigeria. How the heck are we in number 2 in Nigeria, not Colombia and Venezuela? It's called Mr. Iglesias. But they won't release, when we ask them, can you be transparent about how you work your system so we know how to even charge for residuals? We reject that. They're not letting us know how much they make and how they make it. That was a problem that Monique had when she sued Netflix. She's like, you're telling me I'm not making enough, but you're not showing me how. Wow. So we know that from the NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox. We already know how they make their money, and we can base our residuals off. So I'm not going to take more of your time. I thank you for letting me plead my case as an actress, and I'm very thankful that I can do this talk show because it's under a separate contract along with reality shows, game shows, competition shows, singing shows, cooking shows, all those HTV shows. We're under a different contract. So I'm able to come back with the Sherri show, and a lot of people are grateful over on my set because they're working.
I have a question.
I don't have writers. I write my own stuff, so there's no WGA writers. So we'll be back September 5th, and I'm so thankful.
Before we go,
I didn't think you was gonna be on the show because Edie kept saying Sherri can't be on the 5th. I was like, we're not doing the show on the 5th.
I couldn't do it today because they had me in a meeting. They got these focus groups to tell you what people like and what they don't like about you, and I got to sit there with my face big on the screen while they survey 600 to 1,000 people about what they hate about Sherri. It don't feel good sometimes, but that's all. But I got out early, so
how does that look for your guest list? And we can get out of here, B. But I do want to know, and I bet people at home want to know. Does that give you the pick of the litter? Because everybody's either at home or out on the road doing an evening with whatever actor's never done stand-up, and they need to promote it because they're not doing TV shows, and that's the reason people come on the talk shows and they promote whatever project they have going on. Is your guest list easier to fill with bigger names, or is it more difficult because you need to go more story-driven or more? How's that work?
It's more difficult because typically celebrities that come on your show, they come on to promote something.
Right.
And if they're coming on to promote their new TV show or their new film, the studio or the network is paying for them to come out to New York and paying for them to stay. So now we can ask nothing about a TV or film project, nor can the actor talk about it, nor is anybody going to fly them up to New York. And they ain't flying themselves. So it's what this opens it up for is more comics to come on my show, because you can come on my show and talk about your tour, comic,
your book. Yeah.
So my Laugh Lounge is one of the most popular segments on the show. And I know y'all like, well, when B coming on the show? When B coming on the show? I just got to know B ain't going to get high. And the reason I say I need what happened when we was doing Kevin's show? We did Kevin's show. What Kevin have to say to you, B? What Kevin
I don't give a fuck what Kevin said. We won. And you've been on that shit 4 times, so I don't give a fuck what Kevin said.
Did you get to tell them about Kevin's show?
Listeners, Kevin is Kevin Hart, just for
Kevin Hart has a show called Face Off, and you do it at home. And he asked
everybody
me to
know.
You told them.
Yeah, they know everybody saw it, and they know we won. And
but they don't know the behind the scenes of how you acted up. Let me tell B-Phlat.
But that's what I do.
Everybody loved B-Phlat in my show. When I tell she coming on the show, y'all. B-Phlat came to my.
What's acted up?
You caught her at the end of the show. She's had a full mighty kind Sherri. You've got to
acted up.
What? So B-Phlat was my partner. I said, B, come be on this face-off show with Kevin Hart. I'm gonna send you our grand prize so you can put it up on your wall. I wish I had it right now.
I'm not putting that in my house. I told you I wasn't putting that shit in my house. That's why I said, give me the lunchbox.
You won it fair and square.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I'm gonna bring it on your show and show. I'm bringing it home from the studio.
I will pay right over that shit.
It's behind my couch. So B, come on the
show.
Why
behind your couch? I thought you was having it at your office.
But behind my couch in my studio. I'm not putting it
on. Okay, the studio. Okay, I thought you were talking about at home. Okay.
I'm gonna bring it. So B-Phlat comes over to my house. Now there's a certain decorum. Our guests are Roxy Diaz and her manager, and Candy Burris and her husband Ty, and me and B-Phlat. B-Phlat see all the liquor in the brownstone. She like, oh, I'm pouring myself a drink before we get started. Ain't nobody else drinking on the show. He got a glass of red wine on the thing, and then proceeds to, as Kevin is, she lighten up. So Kevin has to stop. He like, B-Phlat, you can't be lightened up all on my show.
And we wasn't on the show yet.
And then every time Kevin,
they were giving out little pointers, telling us stuff that we was gonna do. So I was sitting there listening. And now you know Sherri ain't letting me smoke in her house. So why she talking shit? I was sipping. I had already smoked.
He was over there smoking.
Upstairs on
do anything.
Oh my God.
Anything in my life.
Now, everybody know you talking crazy shit because as much as I stayed in your house out in LA, everybody know I never smoked in your house. I always go outside with the
What did
dog.
Kevin tell you couldn't do? Yes, you was smoking, B.
He said I couldn't drink.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
you told me you split a roach.
But I did smoke up on the rooftop before we got started.
With Jeffrey.
And I said, oh, I ain't know we couldn't drink. And I put my wine down. I did not.
Promptly, it fell over and spilled. Now, Lexi wanted to come drink wine. I
wanted to be down there with Lexi lapping it up. But they was looking.
Lexi was lapping that wine. And then he's like, oh, my God. Oh, hold on. Now, we doing a game show.
We ain't got started yet.
That's what she kept saying. Now, keep in mind, B-Flat and Kevin Hart have history. B-Flat helped out Kevin Hart a few times when he didn't have nothing. And so when Kevin, he's got mad respect for B. So when he saw her, he was so excited. So every time he say something, B would check him because she think he still is poor. She treated him like he's still black with pimples and ain't got no car. That's how she was treating Kevin Hart. And I was like, B, do you understand Kevin Hart is one of the richest people in the world? And I don't care.
I said, I don't give a damn. You know me. I don't give a damn. And his wife was cracking up and Kevin was cracking up. He was like, that's B. We real people. I was like, I do not give a damn.
Candy Burst is like, who is this lady? She's crazy.
Sherri, you can go ahead and say they was mad. They had an attitude because we both jumped down and did the splits when we won. They didn't even finish the show. They logged off. They was mad. They were competitive,
but they didn't realize when you play the kind of game, you gotta be willing and ready to do anything. That's a great thing about B-Flat. And we was ready. And we did even more because on the game show Face Off, and if y'all want to see it, you could look it up on YouTube because it's on there. At the end, you gotta find different items. And I live in a brownstone, which is 5 levels. To get to the top where I'm at, you gotta climb up 50 stairs. It's a lot of stairs. So we were going up and down. I'm cursing. I didn't slip down the stairs. But we won. We won. When I tell you, we won that deck, and they was all mad, B.
They was all mad, and we was clowning up in that shit. And they edited a lot of stuff out, but which is good because they did still show the good part. But I knew when I came there, Sherri, I told you when you asked, I said, we're going to win. Don't even worry about it. We are going to win. And we won. And I was ready.
Did you get your money?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
It took a while, but I finally got it.
Don't say that.
You know, Kevin, he ain't known to pay people on time. Him and Chris Denman. Kevin Hart and Chris Denman. Them two.
We are well, it was
because Chris is also in charge of sending me and Kim our money from all of the advertising y'all hear. You know, him and Beth, they just send it when they feel like it. They like we. I ain't gonna say nothing.
You hear how many?
I'm not gonna say that.
You hear how many stairs Sherri has in her house, and she's worried about a little podcast bill. Man, what a tough Debmar Mercury. You hear
That's
this?
That's why Sherri and them can get their bill 7-8 months later. I gotta have my shit every month. I need to see it. I can't have my shit piling up for no 8-9 months. I wish a motherfucker would send me a bill. I'd be like, oh, I might have to skip town.
Oh,
I gotta have. That's why I'll be telling Chris. I'll be like, Chris, I text Beth this morning so I can get my bill, see what my. Don't I, Chris?
I've never.
I be trying to handle my business. I can't handle my business. I be trying to handle my business. I can't have my business handle me.
That daggone Beth, Beth be like, hey, here's the next 9 months. I'm like, wait, what?
She know y'all got it like that. Y'all can do that. You, like you said, you get with Kim. Fuck no, you gotta give me my shit like a paycheck every week, so I can put it in a budget and figure out how we gonna work it out. Work it out.
Well, the one thing I want to say, getting back to you, is your followers, subscribers are incredibly loyal.
Yes,
just to come into a city and volunteer with you, to do things, step up, show you what you've given them exposure to the scene. You've created a really wonderful community. You've taken Chris in on those lonely nights on Tuesdays where he's just trying to figure out what he gonna do. And you, because I watch it live. Sometimes I'll just sit on the YouTube.
Sure. Yeah, and B's personally responsible for increasing the population of St. Louis by 30% by all the women she's bringing in on for next weekend. It's Music at the Intersection. We've got Smino, Masego, Cameo, Arrested Development, 50 Acts. Who would you be excited about?
Arrested Development, Mr. Window.
Yeah, Grandmaster Flash is going to be here.
Excited about Masego and Tank and the Bangers.
Tank and the Bangers,
Tank and the Bangers is here?
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm excited about Cameo.
Cameo. Pharoah Monk. You know who Pharoah Monk is? You would if you heard.
I've heard of Pharoah Monk.
I know Pharoah Monk.
Keon Harold is a very famous jazz musician from here. You would be excited. Let's see. Let's do this. Herbie Hancock. Raven Lene. You know who? Angela Winbush is who I was trying to think of. She'll
Angela
be here.
Winbush. Oh my gosh. Yes. Used to be with Isley. Ronald Isley.
You know, she lives in St. Louis.
She do. Can you bring one? If you bring this person next year, I'm coming.
Let's do it.
You better come next year.
Layla Hathaway.
Oh, we had Layla Hathaway. We had Layla the first year.
You did. Oh, can you bring like Boney James and bring Layla back?
Layla's got St. Louis roots, so yes. If Sherri Shepherd will be here, we'll make it happen.
Boney James and Layla Hathaway.
50X. It's going to be a good time.
That's going to be nice. Everybody, where you get your tickets?
musicattheintersection.org. Get those now. If you haven't got them through B-Flat, get them. We've got Jack Daniels doing the VIP experience. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
How many sponsors y'all got total?
A lot. So, I mean, a bunch. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the exact number.
No, we got 20.
Oh, you have done amazing. B, this is literally a case study, and this is something. Oh, Key says hello.
For solidifying
Key.
Yeah, well, they're working with us too. Oh, B, you'll like this. And if you're coming to the festival, shout out to our friends at Suede Cannabis. They have a double-decker, and they're doing a consumption. Well, you'll see.
It'll work. We'll be there.
Are you live or is this taped?
We're live.
This is live, honey.
Do you have any comments? Do you take comments from your people?
So many comments. People are happy.
I'm so glad you jumped on, Sherri. That was so nice of you. I know how busy your ass is.
I have a nightgown on. Look, I'm ready to go to bed.
I can tell, but I'm glad you stayed up to hang with us.
Let's see. Chris asked B, where did she get that roach clip from Cheryl? Quincy says, I'm so excited. I'm going to rest up. It's Angela. Thank you, Quincy. That's fair.
Get a late one tonight.
I see your eyes trying to stay open, B-Flat.
Because I'm on that Mighty Kind. I'm on my sponsor. CBD self-care. Well,
that's right.
This is the THC one. I'm saving some for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Joy, Lena, Tammy, Cheryl, everybody enjoying the show. We did have a couple questions from earlier. Hi, B, Sherri and Chris. Nice to see you again, live all the way from Dubai. You all are funny. That's from Salim.
Maybe somebody wants you to do a flip in Dubai.
There you go.
Well, they want me to do a flip in London in January, and it's so not happening. We have to work that out in like the spring or summer. I'm not going to London in January. It'd be freezing and fucked
It's
up
going to be
weather.
cold. Yeah, it's going to be hard to do.
I got to give a shout out to Joanne Austin. She just jumped into the 100 Club. I appreciate you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Joanne. Yeah, but she been in it, so she just added to that. She just gave us another $100 for the B-Casso on the CashApp for the B-Casso 100th in St. Louis.
Oh,
thank you. And don't forget, Sherri, you know you're supposed to be matching Kim for our talent show.
Oh, that's right. Did Kim commit? Did she giving you her
money?
money?
She did already last week.
Sent her $1,500.
And she said she was challenging you. No, it's not that Just 100.
Yeah, I'll match her. I will
Yeah,
match her.
she's
As
like,
long as
I'm
she did,
telling
I'll
you.
do mine.
Because we're giving that away as our top cash prize in our talent show. The B-Cassos have signed up. We got 8 people in the talent show.
Let me hang on real fast.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
AI Azul says, watched the Carlina White story today. Sherri's character drove her daughter to pop pills. Is that Hannah?
Okay, that wasn't Carlina White. He getting my movies on Lifetime mixed up. I'm like, because Keke Palmer played my daughter in Carlina White. I'm like, I ain't never drove her to get no damn pills. She also played my daughter in Cinderella on Broadway, and I know good and well I didn't get Cinderella no pills. But in the movie called Imperfect High, I can remember.
That's right.
Do that. Hannah,
Hannah, come back.
Hannah, don't talk to me like that, Hannah. That was a movie called Imperfect High. My daughter Hannah was getting high. Hannah on prescription drugs, and I had to get her from her descent into hell with prescription drugs. But thank you for watching.
I know that's right.
B's got to go. Do we have a flyer?
Yes.
We want to throw a flyer up?
I do have my show in Florence, South Carolina coming up. I'm definitely.
Oh, can I read it? This is a good one.
Oh, look what
Yeah,
this is.
I'll be there. Beverly will be there. And Juicy will be there.
B, Sherri, look closely at this flyer. B is doing 3 sets and 3 different characters if you go by the flyer. It's the Showtime Event Center presenting Breast Cancer Awareness Comedy Show starring B-Flat, Janet Dollar, and DJ Brown Sugar doing the music. It's October 20th.
That's why I printed this out for my scrapbook. Out of all the flyers that I have in my scrapbook, I've never seen me on a flyer 3 times.
That is hysterical.
It is.
I want to let people know Kim and I will be resuming our Two Funny Mamas tour starting January, February, March, and a special show on Mother's Day, probably in Alabama. Did I say Alabama? No,
You said
Mississippi.
Alabama.
Maybe it's Alabama. Where's the dome? The Star Dome.
I don't know.
Is that Mississippi?
Is that Arkansas?
It's either Mississippi or Alabama. But we're doing a special.
Birmingham, Alabama.
This is a special Two Funny Mama show for Mother's Day. It's gonna be huge. And then we're going out January, February, March, and then I'll be in Atlanta at the City Winery, Boston. It's just Sherri Shepherd, just me. Boston at the City Winery and I'm gonna be at the City Winery in Philadelphia.
When is this? You talking about? Wait, what?
They ain't give me no date yet. I gotta say yes. So I'm gonna say yes. but look for me. This Philadelphia is your town.
You know it.
Oh,
Shit, I forgot I'm gonna be on the Soul Train cruise for a whole 8 days in January.
Okay, well, if you're in town, you gotta come and join me in Philly because that's your town.
Well, you have to let me know when it is. Like I said, I hope it ain't doing the Soul Train time. Since I did the light skin Soul Train, I'm gonna be on the Soul Train cruise.
They got a Soul Train cruise. Is Cheryl's song there? The Asian lady with the long hair down at her ankles.
I don't know who.
You remember the Asian lady? And she do this with her hair, and it went all the way down to her like knees. She was the only Asian girl on Soul Train. Her name is Cheryl Song.
She must have been on the light skin version, not the old school. She must have been on there. She was on there with Diane.
Yeah.
I gotta look back at.
You always go down the Soul Train line. She could dance. Big Lou. Who else?
Soul Train dancers.
Oh, girl, they got a Soul Train documentary. I would love to do some kind of film about, like a scripted film about Soul Train, like just make it into a scripted film.
Come on the cruise. It's January 26th through February 3rd.
Damn, that's a long time. What's that, 7 days?
Yeah. Okay. And you got to be down there a day early. It leaves out of Fort Lauderdale. But it's going to some nice spots. So I'm excited about it.
That sounds like fun.
All right, we better get off this show. Shit, it's 11:10.
Yes, it was so lovely, everybody. Thank you for letting me join you. I haven't done this since
99. See, this is how you go out. This is how you lead into the 100. This was great. I appreciate it. I really
was good. I gotta go take off hair and makeup because I started work today, getting my show together for second season and getting my content. So I got to get up early in the morning, and it was just really nice to say hey to everybody, Chris and B-Flat. So thank you for letting me join.
Big shout out to Sherri. Sherri and Kim are back September 18th, I believe, for Two Funny Mamas. B-Flat's back. Be sure to tune in next week for a special show, and then we'll see everybody in St. Louis for Music at the Intersection.
St. Louis. Oh, I'm excited. See you in the Loop next Thursday, September 7th. Oh, let me go on out and down.
Oh, wow. She's dancing us out. Sherri, pay attention. Use these moves on your show. Hit the hot spot. Do the cat scat. Do the...
Put the tussie on.
Put the tussie on. Put the tussie on. Be sure to follow Two Funny Mamas on Instagram. Follow B. Follow Sherri. Follow me. Thanks to Keith. Thanks to Deisha. Thanks, everybody.
All right. It's going to be a lot.